Good morning. It is 6:30. Leaving a little bit earlier today since it's gonna get hot in the afternoon. Today I'm heading for Logroño, where hopefully I will take a day off there and explore the city. Today is my 7th day. It completes my first week. I've already crossed the 100-kilometer mark, going at a good pace, and I can taste the victory already. Let me tell you something about the headlamps or torches. You don't really need them. I mean, unless you're leaving like at 5 a.m. If you come out at the crack of dawn, you have plenty of light. You're not gonna get to the albergue in pitch blackness. So, and inside the albergue, this is not recommended because this is too powerful and you're gonna piss off a lot of people. You're better off using your phone. Just get like a white image, bring the brightness up all the way, and use that as a lamp. Just had this long conversation with this fella. He was telling me the story of his family, how they escaped China in 1960, and how his mother's heart disease inspired him to become a doctor. That's the real treasure of El Camino, the people that you meet and the stories that they share with you. That's what's gonna stay with you after the journey is over. Well, this is a strange sight, but it seems like a bunch of witches and things that people write on paper and leave here, pictures, even a beer, and a condom.
Logroño is where I'm staying for the night, and Viana, 7.4 kilometers away, is where I'm planning to have lunch.
Let's be honest, taking a dump in the woods is not the most comfortable thing to do, but it is something that you will have to do in El Camino eventually. So I recommend that you bring a little roll of toilet paper with you, because when you gotta go, you gotta go. Now after you're done, make sure to use some hand sanitizer, and don't forget to bury the evidence. Also look around, you don't want to be that guy that gets caught in the woods taking a dump. Now who am I to break with tradition, huh? Let's try one more time. Yes! Well, after a week of not shaving, there's sign of a beard starting to grow, if you can call that a beard. This is what it feels like right now.
Shy of 4 kilometers to Viana. I'm starving and decided to have an apple for a snack. El Camino zigzags between vineyards and the highway as it reaches Viana.
Made it to town, but it's 9:30 and it's way too early for lunch. So I may just have a little snack and keep going.
Viana is the last town I come across in Navarre before reaching Basque Country. Parroquia Asunción de Santa Maria was built between 1250 and 1312 in Gothic style and completed between the 16th and 18th centuries. Inside lie the remains of Cesar Borgia. His life and tactics inspired Machiavelli to write The Prince, a book that revolutionized the political thinking of the time. I take a moment to refill my camel bag and stroll through the city streets on my way past La Iglesia de San Pedro, the first church raised in this town in the 13th century, most of which collapsed in 1844 during renovations. At the foot of the facade emerges a powerful square-shaped tower. The Baroque cover from the 18th century is formed by a half-point arch over large columns and displays the image of St. Peter. The church was built at a strategic position in the west flank of the wall enclosure. Its powerful tower kept the city safe from enemy attacks over the centuries. I say goodbye to Viana and head out to open country.
Well, look what I found on the side of the road. And it's about time because my feet are starting to kill me.
36 minutes later, I reached the old chapel of Virgen de las Cuevas, a perfect spot to take a break under the shade, clean my feet, switch my pants into shorts, and reapply Vaseline. I changed into new socks and hang the old ones to dry on the backpack using 2 clothespins.
And off we go. Shade from the sun is always appreciated, even if it's just a little stretch. You call this a bridge? After all the wonders I've seen along the way? Well, I guess we're leaving the woods for an industrial area.
I leave Navarre behind and enter the province of La Rioja, of which Logroño is its capital. Just outside the city, Maria and her black Labrador greets us. She's selling Camino souvenirs. I get my credentials stamped and treat myself to a simple wood shell necklace that will accompany me all the way to Fisterra.
Thank you so much, buddy. Hopefully somebody else needs it more than me.
It's been a hot day, and what better way to cool off my feet than to dip them in the public park pool. And guess who I ran into? I mean, the German guy from the first stages of El Camino.
Oh, this is so cold, it reminds me of the pool that I jumped in yesterday. Woo, but it feels good.
It feels so good. After a long day of walking in the heat, this is just what the doctor ordered.
So after a dip in the fountain, I think I'm gonna go the last stretch with sandals. Forget the boots.
Puente de Piedra separates me from the old town. Amen and I compare albergues from our guidebooks. We decide to stay on the municipal Albergue de Peregrinos, just 2 blocks away. Once there, we settled in. I once again get assigned a top bunk bed. It's not until later I find out they save the bottom ones for the older pilgrims. I take a shower and wash my clothes. The albergue has an open patio where pilgrims hang their clothes to dry.
Well, I decided I'm gonna spend the day in Logroño. Not just tonight, but tomorrow. I'm gonna take a rest day. My feet are killing me and they need the break. Also, I have like 5 or 6 extra days that I'm gonna space throughout the trip so that I can enjoy it even more. Now tomorrow I'll do a recap of what I've done so far in this first week. Probably give you a tour of an albergue and go into details of what to do and what not to do.
Heading out to Calle del Laurel, a street buzzing with bars and restaurants famous for its pinchos. And just in time, because it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon and I haven't had lunch yet.
As the day comes to an end, I still don't know if I'm gonna stay here or if I'm gonna keep on going. I guess I'm just gonna wait and see how I wake up. Yep. So signing out. See you tomorrow.